Just gonna start out this video. First of all, saying I apologize for any language that's in this video. Second of all, just because people are gay doesn't mean they like everything. I'm gay, it doesn't mean I like kids with vaginas just because they have a vagina. I'm not gonna rape a little kid. I'm not gonna inappropriately touch a little kid just because I'm gay. Now, to kind of explain this, I was at work today and my sister sent me a hey tell. She was like, "What'd you do now? The cops are looking for you." I figured she was joking because I have a history of cops. And I was like, ha ha ha, whatever. And she sent me another hey tell and she's like, "I'm not kidding." I was like, "A detective and another cop showed up here looking for you." So I'm automatically like, oh fuck. So I called her and I was like, what the hell's going on? I was like, do I need to leave? Because I'm pretty sure I didn't do anything, but I don't really want to be at work if the cops are going to show up. And she was like, well, they're on their way there now. And I was like, great. And she was like, you know, they couldn't tell us what they wanted. They just said they needed to find Mary Birch and they need to talk to you. I was like, fuck. I was like, okay. So I was freaking out on the phone for a little while, and then about 5 minutes later, the cops show up. And so I'm sitting there like, oh my god, I don't want to talk to them. I want to go home. I want to leave. So they asked for one of the managers, and I walk up there, and I'm just like, I'm Mary. And he's like, okay. And my manager walks up, and he's like, not the manager, but the cop was like, I need to talk to her for a little while. And so we walked outside, and he looked at me, and he was like, I'm going to be real straightforward with you about this. And I was like, okay. And he was like, we're down here because we got called into Children's Mercy because you allegedly sexually abused your niece, who's 6. I'm automatically freaking out. I'm sitting there in complete shock. Like, this is not really fucking happening. And, so I'm sitting there crying, and I'm pissed off, and they can tell I'm pissed off, and they're like, you need to come down to the police station and talk to us. So I just get even more pissed off. I'm not going to go into details about what happened with that, but walk in, slam a few doors, grab my shit, and walk out. With Russell chasing after me. And, it was just a bad day. I was in the police station for 2 hours. I didn't say anything. I told them I wasn't going to talk about a lawyer. I took my mom back there and questioned her about it. And she was like, you're not talking to them without a lawyer. It's like, okay. And we all went and had lunch. My family and I all went and had lunch at Carlos O'Kelly a couple hours after that. And they were like, you know, you can talk to the police now. This is all going to blow over by the end of the day. You need to talk to the police, though. So, like, fuck. It's like, okay. So I called him, and I was like, we can talk now. I was like, I don't want to meet you at the police station. And he was like, okay, well, I'm going to Burger King in about 20 minutes to talk to your roommate anyway. And so I was like, okay, fine, I'll meet you there. So we pull up in Burger King, and he's talking to Brooke, my roommate. And I was just sitting there, and I mean, great, this is going to get around my job now. You know, it's going to be a big joke. It already was a joke by the time I left. I mean, people weren't saying funny things. They seemed to think it was pretty funny. I don't know, people shouldn't joke about shit. Not when it first happens anyway, because this is not funny to me. But, so we pull up, and about 10 minutes later, Brooke gets out of the car. So I go in the car and talk to them, and I can't say what Chloe said, and what Pat said, and what Kelly said, but it's bad. That's really bad. For those things to be accused on someone who didn't do them, it's bad. And if they think I'm fucking backing down, they're wrong. This is slander. Because I'm gay, you think you can accuse me of touching a little girl? Mm-mm. Nope. Think you can say that kind of stuff to my niece? No. I'm gonna go after you with everything I got. Because you don't do this shit. I mean, you don't falsely accuse someone of that in the first place, but falsely accusing me of that because you don't like that I'm gay? Big no-no. But on the plus side, this could help Angie with the custody case. Pat is pretty much laying full custody in her hands. And if that's the case, I'm glad he did this. Because Chloe won't be harmed anymore. But if this is the end of this, if this just happened and caused all this drama and fucked up everything, then it is so not worth it. I don't even know. Up until today, things were actually getting better. And I've been pretty much depressed and everything for the last 2.5 weeks, and now I don't even know. I don't give a shit about anything. This is the second time I've walked out of work this week. I just walked out. Like, I don't fucking care if they fire me. I don't know. I don't even know how I'm gonna work tomorrow. Can't get this all out of my mind. What does everyone else think? Should I go after them? Should I try to get them with slander? Is it even worth it?